Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Expedition. And in today's episode, we're going to be taking a break from all the technical mods and from all the exploration mods, and we are going to be diving a little bit into some magic mods, which we haven't really touched but are a big part of this mod pack. So the first thing we're going to want to do is I'd like to get into Ars Magica first, just because there's a lot of spells that it gives you, and the more you use those spells, the stronger you get. So I kind of want to get into that one first so that we can start building up our spell power as we go along here. So the first thing you'll need to do to get into Ars Magica is put an item frame right next to one of these pools of liquid Ethereum, and then go ahead and put a book in the item frame like that, and particles will happen, and then that will give you the Arcane Compendium. There we go. And now you'll notice that on my GUI, there's these two little bars, like down here and over here, to the left and the right, and one of them, and those are basically for magic. You can rearrange those if you want, but I'm pretty happy with it where they're at right now. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. At least not for now. I might tweak it later off camera, but we'll worry about that at a later time. So we have ourselves now the Arcane Compendium, which is wonderful and great, and I love it. But that is certainly not the end of Ars Magica. So let's take a look here. Using this compendium, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to need to do is get into actually making stuff, right? So let's take a look. Your first spell. So I'm going to need to make an Oculus and an Inscription Table. So let's take a look at those. We have the Oculus right here, which is basically stone brick, blue topaz, coal, and glass. Okay, so I've got glass right there. I've got tons of stone brick from the castle. And then I needed, it was blue topaz, right? Yeah, here we go. And I've got some of that built up as well. So let's go ahead and make, oh, and coal. I need coal. Oh, not charcoal, regular coal. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and make that. There we go. And then what was the other thing I needed? I believe the inscription table. Yes. Okay. So inscription table, that's this thing right here. And that's going to be a feather, a torch, spell parchment, which is relatively easy to make, and then oak planks and slabs, or actually just wood planks and slabs, I should say. So let's just use oak. And then we needed a feather. We needed... Did I just grab that? I did. There we go. We needed a torch. We'll need 2 sticks. And I don't know if I have any paper. Ooh, I actually need to get a sugarcane farm going here pretty soon. But there we go. There's our spell parchment. We'll just put this in here for now, and that should be everything we need to make the inscription table. So there we go. We now have the Oculus and the inscription table. Let's head... I think we're actually going to make our spell room right here. This seems like a good spot for it. So let's put our inscription table... right there, I guess. Okay, being a little weird, but whatever. Let's put that here, and I actually want a block of some sort. Let's see. Something fancy would be cool. Let's see what we have. You know what? Maybe a copper block. If we chiseled it, let's just see what we have for chisel options. Ooh, there's actually some kind of cool stuff in there. I'm kind of thinking this would be a good one to put the Oculus on top of. Let's go with that. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so we have our Oculus and we have our Inscription Table. So let's come down here. Come here. Here we go. And you know what? I'm thinking I actually want this to go like that. Yeah, I like that better. Then we'll put this here and we'll put the Oculus on top of it. Cool. All right, so now here it says to make a spell, you'll need to make the Oculus and unlock at least one spell shape and one component. You will start with 3 blue skill points to make this possible. We'll then need a writable book, so a book and quill, basically, and this thingy. So let's figure out what we want to unlock. I'm thinking we're going to need shapes, and we're going to need other stuff. And I'm thinking we'll go projectile, and I want to go, let's see, dig. Where is light? Mining power, feather touch, place block. Light is down here. So let's get the dig spell because I want to get light as quickly as possible. So that I can essentially shoot torches, which would be really cool. Okay, so we've got all that. Now there are 3 sections of the inscription table. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Shape groups. Yeah. Well, before we can get into that, we need a book and quill. So let's go make one of those real quick. Let's see here. Ooh, I'm running very, very low on ink sacs. And feathers, for that matter. So we might have to limit our spell making. But there we go. We got our writable book. And we'll come on down to our inscription. Elevators. Here we go. So we'll put this in here. And then let's say projectile and dig. And at least one component is needed. And I gotta remember what the component is. Let's see. 3 sections. Shape components, blah, 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 blah. Oh. Create shape groups. Let me get this figured out, guys. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alright, guys. I am back. So, it's just a matter of me not understanding the interface. So we'll put projectile here. These are the shapes, and then the components are what the spell does. So we put that down here in this gray bar. And then when we take this out, we will have a spell recipe. Okay? So we've got that going. Now we're going to need to make a altar. So let's take a look at the entry for that. Let's see. Blocks, items, mechanics, shapes, components, modifiers, structures. Here we go. Crafting altar. So there's a whole bunch of different things that go into this. And depending on what materials you make it from, it will either be better or worse. So I think we're going to go for a few different options. Let's see. It should actually tell us. Yeah, here we go. So nether brick and nether quartz will give you more effects, which make them kind of the upper tier. So that's the main blocks. So nether bricks or nether quartz. And then we have, let's see, for our capstones, which are these up here. Looks like iron, iron or gold, maybe. Let's go see what we have. Because I want to make sure it's something I have enough blocks of. Since that's kind of important, you know. Let's see here. So we've got plenty of redstone. I don't seem to actually have all that much iron. So maybe we'll stick with redstone for now. I also seem to be pretty much out of gold as well. why don't we plan to just stick with... Why don't we just plan to stick with redstone for now? Unless lapis. Lapis might work too. Let's see, how much lapis do I have? Oh, pretty much none. Okay. Oh, here we go. Take that out. There we go. That's better. So actually, I do have 8 lapis blocks. I think that would probably be a better option. So let's go lapis blocks for the capstones up here. We'll need 5 of them all together. And then we'll need a bunch of the main block as well. So I'm going to have to go and gather myself a bunch of nether brick, I think, because I don't think I have... Well, I got a little bit, but not enough. So, all right, I'm going to head into the nether, guys, and gather some nether brick, and I'll be back in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and I've got a bit of nether brick. I've got more being cooked up right now. I just decided to go the easy route and just grab a bunch of nether rack and smelt it up in my alloy smelter. I am also going to need some Vintium dust, and... I don't know that I actually have any. Oh, here we go. Vintium ore. There we go. I'm going to need to smelt that as well. So let's do this. Let's come down here and put... Actually, let me double check the Vintium. Vintium dust. You get by... Yeah, smelting it. Okay, cool. Or I can put it in a pulverizer. You get more from smelting it. Actually, no, you don't. Okay, well, in that case, pulverize. I'll get more of it this way. We'll let that go for a little bit. And let's also make more nether bricks. There we go. Hey, come back, you. There we go. And I don't need a whole lot of this at the moment. Just a bit. That should be enough. There we go. And we need to make magic walls, which is just like this. One batch should do the trick. And then the other thing that I need that I don't have yet is this thing right here, a crafting altar. So the crafting altar is made with stone and Vintium dust as well. Pretty easy to make, not a big deal. I will need to grab a little bit more stone, though. Here we go. Oh. Come back, magic walls. There we go. So we'll make the crafting altar. And then I think I need... Yeah, I need a lectern and a lever as well. So let's take a look at the lectern really quick. Oh, it's with an E. Okay. And that's just slabs and planks. So that's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3. And a plank. Like so. And then a lever, which is also obviously quite easy. Why am I grabbing... I don't know why I'm grabbing a plank instead of cobblestone. Like, you'd think that with all the Minecraft that I've played, I would know how to make a lever, but no, apparently not. Okay, so that's all good, and then I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 nether brick stairs. So let's make those as well. Okay, that should be everything I need to make this altar. So let's head down to our magic area. And I should also probably check and just see how tall this thing needs to be. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks tall. This is actually not going to be tall enough. So, in that case, let's take these and go somewhere else. I just realized it's really dark in here. There was a villager. Aw, they killed my villager. Darn monsters. Okay. What's back here? This is all other stuff. This is 4 high. This could work. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high. We could put our altar right here. What do we think of that for placement? Yeah, I think that'll work. And we'll just kind of bring this out. And what's behind this wall? Oh, this room. Okay. So actually, this could work out really well. We just have to tweak a few things. Is there anything underneath this floor? Can I dig this down a little ways? I think I can. So if we take out a chunk of this floor, we could actually just put our spell-making altar thing, like, in here, and it would all fit. In fact, it would fit perfectly right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything down here? No. Beautiful. So I think we'll just put it like right here. This'll work. This'll work nicely. I am going to have to light this up a little bit, but that's fine. So let's go lights, lights. Good enough. Doesn't have to be perfect at the moment. There we go. So this will be our spell altar. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put that back. Yeah. Okay. So, first thing, this is a multi-block structure, so it does have to be built exactly like it says in the book. First thing we're going to do is take our nether brick and lay down a 5x5 layer, just like this, with our block of our capstone. We're using lapis right in the middle, okay? So, pretty easy. That's the first layer. Second layer is we're going to do this. And that is going to be nether brick like that. Oh, nether brick like that. There we go. And then the lectern would go, I believe, over here. If we rotate this. So we'll put the lectern like right there. That should be good. And then it needs these magical wall blocks here and here. And actually, I'm going to grab these stone bricks and fill that in like so. That should work. Okay. Now, next layer, nether brick. And once again, magical walls like so. So that was this layer. And then we're going to do another layer. Oh, not you. Another layer like this. With the magical walls. But then we're going to have nether brick stairs going like that. Across. Okay. So that's relatively easy once again. And then finally, oh, I am out of nether brick. I just realized that. We should probably go fix that, hey? It's alright, I've got tons of it in here. There we go. That'll be plenty. Oh. Here we go. Alright. And then, for this final layer, we're going to plop our capstone blocks like that. And then, I can't really get up here, can I? Can I do that? Yes, I can. There we go. And then we're going to work our stair blocks in around like this. Okay, good. Then the crafting altar goes there. And the nether brick goes there and there. Why is the crafting altar not visible? that looks a little weird. It should be. Maybe the crafting altar needs to go in last. If we put that... maybe that's a bug. But it says it's there, so I don't know if it's just a weird texture thing or what, but that's a little derpy. It's a little weird. Okay. Well, whatever. And then finally, our lever goes right here, and we can turn it to on and off. And it should be good to go. So, this should now be a functional spell altar thing. Should be, at least I think. So, there's only one way to find out. Let's go ahead and take our spell recipe and put it right here. And this should tell us what we need. So we're going to need a blank rune. We're going to need Vintium Dust, an arrow, snowball, orange rune, iron shovel, iron pickaxe, and a spell parchment. So all sorts of things. It's going to take me a little while to gather those. The only ones that you might not recognize would be the runes. And the runes are actually really easy to make. So blank runes are just cobblestone. And then the rest of it is just one of those blank runes with the dye of the corresponding color. So let me get that stuff together, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. All right, guys, I am back, and I think I've got everything together to make our first spell. So to start the process, we're going to go ahead and throw a blank rune there, right? And then the book is actually going to tell us what to throw next. So next we'll throw Vintium Dust, followed by an arrow, followed by a snowball, followed by this orange rune, and then an iron shovel, an iron pick, and then finally the spell parchment. And that gives us this lovely spell, which is essentially a dig spell, and I'm going to call it, I'm going to creatively name it Projectile Dig, because why not? And we'll just go, yeah, that's fine for an icon, I think. I'm good with that. So the first time we use it, it will launch just like that. And that will slightly increase our experience with magic. So if we come down... Oh, did I just trap myself? I did. So if we come down here to where the spider was, and we go crazy with this, say I want to dig, like, I don't know, way down here or something, we will actually level up. You'll notice that it now says 2. And the higher that level goes, the more we will be able to use our magic without running out of magic first. So this is definitely something that we're going to want to use, and use quite often. Now the other thing is, every time you level up, you get you basically get more stat points, or more whatever you want to call them, to spend on new spell parts. So if we come down here, remember we were out, well, I now have one more, so I can come here and I can purchase Light, which means I can now make a new spell, which is the one that I really want, where I can launch lights, basically make torches out of nothing. And that'll be really useful to us. But we are definitely out of time for this episode, so that will have to wait for another day, my friends. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.